These are different. French luxury label JACQUEMUS has had an almost meteoric rise over the last few years, thanks to some incredibly popular accessories and some of the best marketing campaigns in the world of fashion. They caught the attention of Nike, and last year the two brands combined to give us their first collab on the Nike Air Humera, which I thought was really impressive, taking a traditional hiking shoe and giving it a luxury makeover. And now they're back for their second collab, and this time they've been given a brand new sneaker completely. My name is Josh, and in this video I'll be reviewing the JACQUEMUS J Force 1. So the official release date on the sneakers app for these will be June the 21st. They did release a week earlier on the JACQUEMUS website. That's where I got these. The white pair completely sold out, but there also is this black pair which is still available in quite a few sizes. And they did release for a retail price of $170 or 170 euros. So I was very interested when I first saw pictures of the shoe because it was a complete redesign of one of the most classic sneakers ever, the Air Force 1. And the sneaker is a combination of an Air Force 1 and the Nike ACG Terra. A lot of people, when they saw this shoe, they actually thought it was a combination of an Air Force 1 and a Nike Footscape. The Footscape, by the way, was the inspiration of that upcoming Union Jordan 1, and I'm still trying to think of something nice to say about that shoe. But these instead were heavily inspired by the ACG Terra, which the founder of the brand, Simon Porte-Jacquemus, said it was one of his favorite Nike sneakers ever. And looking at the shoe, you can clearly see that ACG Terra inspiration, especially on the midsole. On first glance, I have to admit, I kind of like these. I think they combine the two shoes pretty well. The upper is an Air Force 1, and the leather on this upper does feel very thin, but it does feel a lot nicer than your traditional Air Force 1s, which I gotta be honest, the leather on those, I don't even think I would call it leather. It kind of feels like plastic to me. But on this pair, you're getting some pretty nice soft leather. And there's a lot of little details on this shoe. For example, on the lace dubres, you see JF1 written there instead of Air Force 1 or AF1. You also get some pretty nice lace aglets here with the swoosh logo. On the heel tab, you get some Nike and JACQUEMUS branding there debossed into the shoe. And then my favorite detail on these have to be these super tiny metal swooshes that you have on both sides of the sneaker, which I think looks really good, and I wish more Nike sneakers had very minimal branding like this. We also saw the same swooshes on the Air Humera, so I guess you can call it kind of like a JACQUEMUS trademark at this point. And this Air Force 1 upper is joined to the midsole using this webbing, which goes through the leather upper, and there's 3 layers of midsole that go through the webbing as well, and it all wraps together to create this cohesive shoe. And I do like this bit of webbing that sticks out there. It does have another aglet on there with the swoosh logo. The outsole is made entirely out of rubber, and on the left pair it has the JACQUEMUS branding there, but it's done in a mirrored version, which will display correctly when you leave your footprints, which is of course super useful because let's say you're lost in the woods and someone's trying to find you, all they gotta do is look for the JACQUEMUS footprints. I do have some concerns about this outsole though, and that is mainly all these holes you see along the edges, which will definitely trap some dirt or some little rocks. And I think that will make the shoe pretty difficult to clean. And the holes actually go all the way through the shoe, which means some of that dirt could get into the sneaker. So I definitely wouldn't be wearing these in muddy conditions or even on sand. So I did get these in some bay sizes. So my girlfriend is right here doing the on feet. And I got 2 pairs of them, one in her true size and one a half size lower, because Air Force 1s typically do fit a half size bigger. And out of the 2 pairs, it seems like the true to size pair was the one that fit her the best. So that is definitely the sizing recommendation for you guys. Go true to size in these. Some other feedback from her as far as how these feel on feet. These feel very lightweight, a whole lot lighter than a normal Air Force 1. And I thought the outsole might feel a little bumpy, but turns out you don't really feel that so much on feet, except maybe in the heel area, so they are overall pretty comfortable. So once again, if you're planning on copying these, go in your true size. What are my overall thoughts on these? So a lot of people would say that this sneaker is a complete abomination of one of the most classic sneakers, the Air Force 1. You can look at it that way, or you can look at it as it's a pretty nice upgrade of the ACG Terra. I think the shoes have a pretty interesting look also when you look at it from up top. It's like an Air Force 1, but it isn't. And just the general vibe of the sneaker, I'm kind of getting some old money vibes with this shoe. I can totally picture wearing these with some polo shirts, some dress pants, some no-show socks, and just be sitting somewhere in the French Riviera. I feel like these shoes just really fit that vibe, which is kind of Jacquemus's entire aesthetic anyway. So once again, I feel like they've done a great job taking a very unfamiliar, very outdoorsy type of sneaker in the ACG Terras and giving it a complete luxury makeover. I wouldn't say they're like sneaker of the year or anything like that, but I have to say I do like these a lot more than I expected. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about the Nike and JACQUEMUS J Force ones? Are you hoping to see more colorways of this sneaker, which we probably will? And thank you once again for watching this video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I'm dropping at least 3 videos a week. Check out all of my socials as well as the podcast. The links are all in the description. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.